This is Suzanne Lyons here again, and thanks for joining me. It is tip number 9 of our 10-tip series on, this one is so cool, I love the title of this one. It's having the best year ever. And now we're winding down. I can't believe it's, oh my God, we're almost getting close to the holidays. It's December 13th. Can you believe that? So today, I know I say everyone is my favorite. Trust me, on this one, guys. Appreciation and gratitude. I love this one. I love this one. I love this one because I think it's really missing. You know, Now I promised you last time that I would have a dear friend and colleague with me. Kimberly Jentzen is here, award-winning director, award-winning acting teacher, and I am proud to say partner with me in the MasterTalentTeachers.com, which we all love.
We all love MasterTalentTeachers.com. We also love each other, and so we have these amazing meetings where we all have a love fest. And I can't tell you what synergy there is between all of us. And each teacher has so much to contribute to each other. And so we're always, like, I'm mind blown. Yeah. I mean, how much I've grown and learned from my fellow teachers as well.
Because they're all masters on different aspects of what they're teaching to performers. And so I know I'm learning too from them. You know, we provide videos and articles and products and tons of information.
I've learned a lot from her.
Oh, thank you. And vice versa. Back at you, girl. Yeah. Our mutual, appreciation here.
Right.
But given that, we are discussing the distinction appreciation.
Right.
So I'm going to hand it over to Kimberly in a second. But first of all, I want to read this quote that I found. Oh my God, it's just beautiful. By Melody Beattie. And here's what she says about gratitude. Because gratitude and appreciation, like I said, they're just missing. I just don't think we take the time to do it for ourselves and for others, and I do. I actually make a list. I work on my appreciation list. I come up with a list of about 50 things all the time.
Nice.
I'm always working on it. I swear to God, I do. I'm really, really working on it every morning, and before I go to bed at night, I start to look at in the shower. I go through my appreciation list.
I love showering.
Yeah,
showering. You can do a lot of amazing thinking with the water on you. There's something very zen about water and content energy. I don't know what that is. There's something about it. It's very, very healing.
I never thought of it. That's true. And it's true. And I do. Maybe that's how come I do it. Because I get so kind of relaxed and calm when I start going through my list.
And you have so much energy.
Oh, thank you.
So good.
My husband say too much energy.
No, it's good. It's good. You need energy to accomplish things. And I think that everyone, we all... and also when you're on a journey that you're moving in your life purpose, you gather energy, it comes to you, and you can't help it. You're excited.
Yeah, no, it's so true, and I am all the time because I'm always focusing on what I love and my vision and my joy and my dreams, But let me get to this quote by Melody. It's wonderful. It says, "Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow." Isn't that beautiful?
It's beautiful.
Absolutely.
It's so beautiful.
I love it. And I just thought I wanted to read that at first just to kind of give us that feel for how important gratitude and appreciation is and what it can make possible in our lives and in the lives of others around us. So given that, I'm now going to hand it over to Kimberly, who feels the same way, why I invited her for this particular one. She's got the same philosophy. She believes in this distinction as much as I do. So I'm just going to get her take on it and see what she has to say. So go ahead.
Well, there's a lot of aspects to gratitude. The first thing is there's 3 kinds of gratitude.
Oh.
The first kind is things we take for granted. And we do this all the time. We take for granted just our good health or our the fact that we're in Los Angeles, and we, some of us are. I'm sure that there's some that aren't. But the point is also the world is getting smaller, and we're able to reach each other more, which is very powerful. But a lot of things we take for granted, and the second kind are the things we got this year. We can be grateful for what we got. But then there's also the things we learned, and we forget to be appreciative or feel gratitude for where we grew in our lives. And I think this is essential. There's another thing that is really important, and that is that you can't feel gratitude without humility. And so if you have a sense of bitterness or feel like people owe you something, you're going to have a hard time moving over there. And what will happen is you'll also feel a bit annoyed with us that are full of gratitude. And to have a shift, there is a point in which you know, we all need to kind of sit back and realize what we could lose, or what we lost. Like this year, it was a very amazing year for me, 2011. This past year was monumental. I had my book published, and which I have here, by the way.
Oh, nice.
I actually brought it because I have a definition of gratitude in it. And
nice.
I felt, I mean, and also I directed some projects, and I really had a great time. My big film Rain is completed, and then of course Master Talent Teachers reconnected together, and I mean, these are big things. But you got to also think about, well, there were also losses, you know, and you know, there were also things that didn't happen. There were things that I didn't get. There were things that made me have what I call a private humility that will make me more appreciating of what I have. And that private humility is crucial, because if you don't go back and look and see, wait, you know, I'm a human being. I'm not just this iconic kind of thing that's supposed to have things and supposed to, you know, people are supposed to respect me constantly. I mean, they're not going to. So there's points in which you learn to grow and shift and change, and these lessons, to me, are the gold. And that's where real gratitude is, in the things that you actually didn't get. And just
I know it sounds so being present to that, and conscious of it, and acknowledging that too. That's neat. That's very cool. And also the little tiny things too. I think that's the other thing that we forget too, is when you were mentioning the big things. It's funny because as you were mentioning those big things, what I was thinking of, because then we started with about the shower in the morning, and I thought, you know what, sometimes I just say, I'm grateful because we've got hot showers in our country. You know, it's like,
it's so true.
Isn't that interesting?
I was in Poland this year.
Something. It doesn't have to be the big giant thing.
It's a very different world when you go to Europe, and I mean, especially a place. I loved the Polish people, but they're having a hard time economically. And it's so nice also. I mean, there's so many things. You know, I always feel like it's not the big things that actually change us, but it's the small things that happen inside those big things. So when we're in the moment, when we're alert and awake, we can have that opportunity to take a beat and really experience our own inner gratitude. You know, I always feel like the only way to lift out of something is to learn from it.
Oh, me too. I am so there. I'm with you. Absolutely.
And so whenever you're moving through anything, and people saw me, you know, I've done a lot this year, but I also made a lot of mistakes, you know. He's like, what? And you really, you mess up, you know. And it's those people that hang on with you and know that they love you because they know your intention is pure, and that you really have a firm idea of your love of others and your love of what, you know, the direction in which you're going. So I think that's another thing to appreciate, is those people that understand forgiveness and gratitude is just an amazing thing.
I
know it.
And it's rare. I mean, it's funny you're saying it. I'm thinking, well, that should be, and of course that should be but it's rare. I mean, we're because we don't. A lot of people we're not there. We're so busy kind of, you know, we're so busy like being angry or bitter or some level of upset. I heard that human beings have some level of upset about 98% of the time. Isn't that interesting? Whereas I think one way to turn things around on a dime and quickly in forgiveness, like you said, is to get in touch with the appreciation. The minute that I start to go in that other direction, you know, and I realize and there ain't no cheese down that tunnel, you know, it's like, I go, okay, Suzanne, time to work on the appreciation list. And the minute that I do, all of a sudden I'm back to feeling great again.
It's such a great exercise that you do that. She writes, you know, everything she's grateful for all the time. I think that there's a strange philosophy we have in the world now where everything has to happen now, and so we try to slap on this superficial kind of I'll be grateful, but it's not out of a purity either. So there has to be depth for it to sit inside you. You have to go to that place where you understand that life isn't supposed to be easy and comfortable. It's actually supposed to you're supposed to hit walls so you learn things.
That's right.
And you grow through them. And so this is something to be grateful for the wall. Even grateful, oh wow, now what can I learn here?
Exactly, me too. When I have that rock in the road, oh good, another rock in the road. Yay! Okay.
What can I
Obviously,
learn?
I'm supposed to learn something.
Because that lesson of the rock or the wall is the thing that's going to make you so talented on the other side. You can't
always
feel your talent unless you feel the triumph of the war that you've had to fight, or the thing that you've had to exercise yourself through. You can't really know how brilliant you are if you don't know that it's okay to also fail at times.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny because one of the in one of the other tips that we did on the earlier one, somebody was saying that very same thing. It's kind of like the failure's good. It's got it shows that I'm getting up to bat. You know, it shows that I'm getting out there doing something.
Yeah, just getting up is a big deal too.
It's a big deal, and to appreciate that and and acknowledge yourself for that is amazing. Well, this has been so fantastic, Kimberly. I thank you so much for coming. And
my pleasure. I love you, Suzanne.
Thank you. I love you too. And joining me and also contributing to all the people who are watching this YouTube series, especially this one, since it's all about having the best year ever. Having 2012 be the best year of your life, and having it just be monumental in every possible way, and really living big and bold and living out loud, and I think this is such an important part of it, to really appreciate and be grateful. So I thank you for spending your time and coming all the way over and sharing your wisdom with us today. So everybody, thanks again for joining us, and I will see you, oh my gosh, next time for tip number 10. Tip number 10 is coming to a close. Bye everybody.